Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Fats, aka Cam Jennings, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? I hope that you are doing well. I've been trying to do more videos lately. Today I want to talk to you guys about a beginner's path to list building and affiliate marketing. Because one thing I hear a lot from people is, I don't know where to get started. I just don't know how to get things moving and get things started. I don't know where to begin. King Human in the house, what's up, man? Gary Pettit, what's going down? Hope everybody's doing well. So one thing I hear a lot is people don't know where to get started. They don't know exactly how to begin. They want a clear-cut path on how to do it. If that's you and you don't know where to get started, you don't know where to begin, and you want a clear-cut path, you're in the right place. You found the right video. I'm going to give you a 3-step clear-cut path on how to get started today. One thing that I find, let's go ahead and get into it, right? And one thing that I find is that when people first start getting into this business, they have a heavy focus on macro, right? They have a heavy focus on macro level marketing. And what do I mean by that? I mean trying to market to a big group of people. I mean they're going out there and trying to buy paid ads, and they send thousands of people to their sales page, right? Or their opt-in page, or whatever they're trying to send them to, right? And they get minimal results, little to no results, right? They put people on a list, nobody buys anything. Nobody opens up their emails, nothing's happening. They think it's a numbers game. They think, hey, because people tell them it's a numbers game. Let's be honest. People say, hey, it's a numbers game. It is kind of a numbers game. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not kind of a numbers game, but it might not be a numbers game in the same way that you think it is. The fact of the matter is, people don't buy products on a macro level, right? People buy products as individuals. People make purchasing decisions as individuals, right? They don't purchase on a macro level. They purchase on a micro level as they need things, right? So when you're first getting started, it really doesn't make tons and tons of sense to start on this macro level. I've found that a really good way to get started is to start on a micro level. And let me give you a simple little 3-step plan on how to do that, okay? I'm talking about an easy way to put 100, 200 people on a list, right? That's what I'm talking about. How can you put an easy 100, 200 people on a list fairly effortlessly without too much trouble, right? How can you do it? This is what we're going to talk about in this video. And I want you to think about that for a second, because before I even get into this little 3-step plan, you know, when you think about a list of people, if you don't think you can do some damage, if you don't think you can make some money with 200 people on a list, you're dead wrong. Especially 200 of the right people, or 1,000 of the right people. I mean, man, if I put 10 people on a list who are paying me $1,000 a month to achieve some result, that's $10K a month, just like that, boom, right? And you think, oh my God, well, where am I going to find 10 people a month that are going to pay me $1,000 to achieve some result? Well, it's easier with micro level marketing, because you actually engage in conversations with people. When you think about, if you want to run the numbers for putting those kinds of people on a list, how many people that could potentially pay me $1,000 a month do I need on a list to produce the 10 that will pay me $1,000 a month? Well, the truth is, if we got a conversion rate of about 1%, we need about 1,000 people on that list. Now, anybody who has practiced list building understands that putting 1,000 people on a list is not that difficult. You can put 1,000 people on a list. And that's just an example. I'm not trying to overwhelm you. All I'm saying is to come up with a list of people that could pay you $1,000 a month, and you want 10 of them to make 10K a month. If you consider a 1% conversion rate, you need 1,000 people that could potentially pay you that every month on a list. All I'm saying is the numbers add up when you look at it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. That's just an example. The point is, micro level marketing is powerful, and it's a great place to start. So how do you get started? If you want to, put 100 people on a list on a micro level, if you want to get in there into the trenches and get 100, 200 people on a list that can and will buy things off of you, how can you do it? Okay. The first place you want to start is with a simple lead magnet, right? Put together a lead magnet that will help people, that addresses a pain point in your niche, right? In your niche, find a lead magnet, make a lead magnet that will address a pain point and will move people's businesses forward. It will address a problem they're having. It will move them forward. That's the first step, right? Get that together, get that lined up, okay? If you're smart, you add some kind of personality to it. Don't just make it a generic PLR. Listen, generic PLR is great, and it can totally solve a problem and move someone forward. The problem is you need your fingerprints on it. You need to inject yourself into it. It's part of the rapport building process. And if you want people to buy things off of you, you need to be able to build some kind of rapport with them. So it's fine if you want to start with PLR for a skeleton and for the actionable content, the thing that will actually move people forward, but you need to modify it so that it has some of your personality in it, right? You got to do it. All right. So that's the first step. Step 1, lead magnet, get it together. Okay. Step 2, okay, you need an email autoresponder sequence, right? 7 to 14 emails, right? 7 to 14 emails. And what they do is they continue the conversation that you started in that lead magnet. The problem that you solved in that lead magnet, the conversation you started in the lead magnet, you want it to continue in the autoresponder sequence. And at the end of that lead magnet, you want to let them know, hey, guess what? Now that we've solved this problem, here's the next problem. But don't worry, never fear. I'm going to send you a series of emails. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be awesome, right? So you want to let them know in the lead magnet that you're continuing the conversation in the autoresponder series. So this is part of the process of building rapport with your people. It's part of the process of getting them to actually open your emails and give a crap about what you have to say, right? That's what that is. That's step 2, right? So you put that together. And now step 3 is going out there and doing the micro level marketing to get people on that list, right? And I think a great place to do it is where you're at right now. You're right here on Facebook, and we're talking about micro level marketing. So what I'm telling you to do is go hit the groups. Go hit the Facebook groups. Pick about 5 or 6 groups that are in your niche, right? Make sure they have at least 1,000 people in them, okay? And make sure they have active members who are engaged. People are hanging out in these groups. They're checking in. These groups are a natural habitat for these people. They're always checking in on them every day. They're posting. They're having conversations. They're talking. All I'm saying is dedicate 5 minutes a day to each one of those groups. That's 25 minutes a day to the Facebook groups. Be a part of the scene, right, in those 5 minutes. Like people's posts, comment on people's posts, engage with people, ask questions, right? When you have positive interaction with other people, friend request them, okay? Now look, no more than 10 a day, okay? Don't friend request more than 10 people a day like this. Not in each group either. I mean, period, no more than 10 a day. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to build a list of friends who all share the same interest that you have in that one particular niche. All right. And this is very, very cool because what you're doing is you're basically building a group of people who all care about the same thing. Now, what I want you to do after doing this for about a week, what I want you to do is I want you to think about your lead magnet that you did. Now, just for an example, let's say I did a lead magnet on, how to put 200 people on an email list fairly quickly that'll buy stuff off of you, right? Let's say that was my lead magnet. I made that happen. Okay, so I'm going to think about my lead magnet now, and I'm gonna go to my Facebook groups, my 5 Facebook groups, and I'm gonna say, hey, do any of you guys have trouble like with the idea of list building, or are any of you having trouble starting to build a list? You know, something like that. Or maybe I'll even be more subtle than that, and I'll say, man, I think list building is probably one of the most important things, period, when it comes to internet marketing. What do you guys think? What's your opinion? You guys having any trouble with it, or are you a master at it? You know, something like that. Is this going to be conversational, but it's going to be about the same subject as my lead magnet, right? And when they respond, what I'm doing with that question, you guys, what I'm doing with that topic is I'm qualifying people. And when they like my post or when they respond to my post, I'm going to reach out to them privately. And I'm going to let them know, I'm going to say, hey man, I got this thing, you know, I noticed you commented on my post. I got this thing that you might be interested in, but I'm not sure. Let me know if you are, right? And you just wait for them to get back to you. So when they get back to you privately, that's when you drop them the link to your lead magnet, right? So it's a little bit of a process, right? You join the groups, you infiltrate the groups, right? Get to be a part of the scene, right? Then you start qualifying people with your questions, right? And when you qualified them, you reach out to them privately. You tell them you have a thing you think they might be interested in, but you're not sure. You just wanted to see if they wanted to know about it. And if they say, yeah, what is it? You drop them a link. Oh, it's this free thing I wrote for people who want to build lists, and I thought you might like it. Boom, here you go. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to be fairly easy for you to put 100, 200 people on an email list that are qualified. Now, they're qualified because, number one, they've already had interaction with you. They've already built some rapport with you. So what that's going to do is it's going to make them more likely to open your emails. So if you have that good lead magnet and you have that continued conversation in your autoresponder, what's going to happen is you're going to set yourself up to be able to make a sale. Pretty much, probably, you know, within the first 5 days, you could hit them with an affiliate offer, and you'll probably get some sales. There's a very, very good chance you're going to get some sales. That list of 100, 200 people that you micro-marketed onto that list are going to be very, very responsive. Now, would it be fun to micro-market a list of up to 1,000 people? Hey, man, you know, I think there's easier ways to build a list of 1,000 people. But when you're first getting started, you know, some of the stuff is a little intimidating and overwhelming. Now, what I just gave you is a simple 3-step plan to easily put a couple hundred people on a list that'll buy things off of you. So anyways, that's it. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I hope it's provided some value to you. I hope you got some value out of it. And if so, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. Let me know you're alive out there. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody.